Wow. So today is day four of the End Bad Governance protest, right? The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has come out to address the Nigerian public. Here's what he had to say.
My dear Nigerians, especially our youths, I have heard you loud and clear. I understand the pain and the frustration that drive this protest, and I want to assure you that our government is committed to listening and addressing the concerns of our citizens. But we must not let violence and destruction tear our nation apart. Suspend any further protest and create room for dialogue, which I have always acceded to at the slightest opportunity. Nigeria requires all hands on deck and need us all, regardless of age, party, tribe, religion, or other divide.
From the speech that the president has made so far, if he doesn't address the needs of the Nigerian people by reducing the fuel price back to 200, bringing back subsidy, reducing the cost of education, opening the borders, then he has not spoken.
We are still going for protest today. Maybe with his cabal, we can make another sitting round table to make a good decision and good movement. That's what we do. Today, we are making ground. We are doing short service here today. Tomorrow, we are still going. That 10 days, I'm sure that 10 days, if they don't answer us, we have moved further.
So President Tinubu urges all protesters to suspend demonstration for dialogue. So obviously, Mr. President appeared to have, ignored all of the demands by the Nigerian public. Completely ignored all of them. To be honest, I'm not going to go any further because I don't see anything else that's relevant. Right? So all political officials must be placed on same salary scheme with Nigerian workers. I don't know how feasible that is, but that's one of the demands. Number two is that fuel price and electricity tariff must go back to pre-May 29, 2023. For me, this is the major one most Nigerians are concerned about, actually. But this was not addressed as well. This was completely ignored as well. Number three says we demand the implementation of a minimum wage that meets the basic needs of all Nigerian workers. We cannot tell, to be honest, because this is still actually leaving it in the hands of the government to decide, how much people should get paid eventually. So they decide, but then it's just a thing of common sense because of the way the economy is. Number four says establishment of a progressive taxation system in Nigeria where the wealthy pay their fair share and the burden is not disproportionately placed on the poor and working class. I believe that a lot of people would agree with this because it's essential to the working class. Like if you're working and you're not earning so much and you pay so much tax, that's not very fair. But if you are earning so much and you pay less, that's still not fair. So someone who earns more is supposed to, you know, be paying more in the real sense of it. Next, a total reversal of all school fees increment and proper funding of education. Very essential. Next, immediate fixing of all public refineries and the building of new ones. And number eight said no protester must be arrested. Right, as you have seen, the president has not addressed any of these issues. The most important one is the fuel price reduction that everyone has been clamoring for. Everybody wants the fuel price to come down. That way, a lot of things would be much more affordable. Unfortunately, the president's speech did not capture none or all of the demands. It's as good as saying the protesters as people constituting nuisance, and at the end of the day, they will go back home. He has proposed the dialogue. That's the only thing. Obviously, the president and the people around him have figured it out that, at the end of the protest, everybody will go back to their usual daily routines, and some would go back to BB Niger eventually. I don't even know. I'm having reasons to think that this BB Niger is basically in collaboration with the federal government arrangement, because it's easy to think like that. Why not? Because the timing of the Big Brother Nigeria was unusual for me. That was such a strange time. But I don't know what you think. The reason why I'm linking federal government to the Big Brother Nigeria is on the basis that just as the protest was about to commence, Wiki, made an announcement that Eagle Square was meant to be used. Was it Eagle Square was going to be used for some reason, so the protesters cannot, gain access. So when you put one or two things together, I might just be overthinking it, but I feel like there is some sort of connection, and I don't really care. There's nothing the federal government cannot do, or the Federal Republic of Nigeria cannot do. So one thing that I've noticed about Nigerian leadership is that Nigerian leaders really, really do know how to appear as the leader. They really do know how to look like the leaders, but they do not know how to lead people as leaders.